and Evans. Punting to Tylan Wallace. Evans hangs a wobbler. Wallace settles under it at the 25. Gets a block. Comes to the near side. 30. Spins out of one tackle. 35. Along the near sideline. 40. He's at midfield. Wallace to the 40. Still on his feet. 30. 20. Celebration time. Wallace in the end zone. Hayes in the barn. And the Ravens win it in overtime.
It's exhausting watching that play. That's like a full season of highlights for a guy in one play. He spins out of the tackle. He keeps his feet.
Breaks another tackle.
Doesn't go out of bounds.
Tripped up,
no
right?
flags thrown.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And the Ravens get the win 37-31 in overtime. Probably the most exciting game of the day, most competitive game of the day, back and forth. Those are the games I love. Anything from 31-28 to 41-38. That's my window of awesome NFL game. One that I very much look forward to just watching the whole thing and nothing else and just getting a sense of the ebbs and the flows and where the key moments were. And just a great, great game. And for the Ravens, avoiding blowing another fourth quarter lead at home against a Rams team they probably should have beaten worse than a touchdown in overtime, but it was just fun to watch. And it's one of those things that happens in December, and look at how euphoric they were as they get closer and closer to the end of the road. This is the kind of thing gives you a kick in the ass as you have these big games coming up against the Jaguars, against the 49ers, where you've got the confidence you can keep it going and take that one seed and do something with it this time. 4 years after they were last time the one seed and lost at home to the Titans, this is the chance to get the one seed and try to make it parlay into a Super Bowl appearance for the first time since 2012.
I feel like it was the only thing we needed to see from the Ravens that we hadn't really seen, right? I think the Ravens are really good, and you know that. I think they have the potential to be up there with the 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys as an elite upper echelon type of football team. They're not playing their best football right now. They're not, right? But what I come back to is the way they won the football game. Like you said, blew a fourth quarter lead, but then came back. Right? And we hadn't seen that. Really, this has been one of the things that I would say is missed from Lamar's overall resume since being one of the greatest quarterbacks in our game ever since he entered the football. It's just fourth quarter comebacks, those type of games. It seems like more times than not, and you can go back into last year as well. Close football games, they lose. You know, when they win, they kind of dominate and control the game throughout, and they win by 10 or 14, and that's kind of how it works, right? But there's one thing that you look at his resume, the Ravens' resume, fourth quarter comebacks, Lamar driving them down late in the football game, and then, hey, listen, I don't want to blame him. There's been a number of times where he's done things like that, and then their defense lets it down. So their team has not had a lot of wins this way, and I think to your point, that's the big thing because the playoffs are going to serve you two of the 4 games you play are going to be just nail biting, and it's going to be who's more clutch at the end of the football game because the teams are that even. And hopefully this can give them some confidence to win those type of football games.
And Tylan Wallace was in the game because Devin Duvernay was injured. So the backup punt returner, only the 4th time ever in league history that an overtime game was decided by a punt return for a touchdown, and the 2nd time this year. Week 1. The Jets beat the Bills on Xavier Gibson's punt return for a touchdown. Do you have any idea? Can you even begin to remember who the other 2 were? I just looked it up, and I refreshed my memory on one of them. The other one, it never really registered, but the Rams were on the wrong end of one of them.
The Rams were on the wrong end of one of them?
They were on the wrong end of one of them in 2011.
Wow.
A rookie in 2011, a rookie first rounder. Returned to punt for a touchdown.
In overtime.
2011.
I don't remember. Go ahead. Give it to me.
Arizona Cardinals rookie in 2011, first rounder. Defensive back. Still playing.
Peterson?
Patrick Peterson returned to punt for a touchdown to win the game 19-13. 99 yards, 4 broken tackles, a 360 spin to get free. That was 2011.
That's incredible.
The first time it happened, 1995.
Right.
Kansas City Chiefs against the Chargers.
Okay.
Receiver, Tamarick Vanover.
Oh, man, Florida State
86-yarder.
Tamarick Vanover. Wow, that's a blast from the past. Wow, number 87 back in the day for the Kansas City Chiefs.
So 4 times, but twice this year, and we saw it yesterday as the Ravens pull off the win. I feel bad for the Rams. I mean, they had won 3 in a row. And think of how differently we'd view the Rams if they had pulled off that win. They gave it everything they had. They went into a tough spot, and the bubble gets popped a little bit, and now they're still Oh no, they're in the hunt board. They're not in the playoff picture yet.
Right.
But they're the equivalent to the Bills in the NFC.
I hear you.
You don't want them showing up on this road to 49ers Cowboys could get disrupted by the Rams.
They're definitely
in the
one of those
postseason.
teams.
They've got the talent to do it. They got the coaching to do it.
That's right.
And if
the
you
moxie,
get, if you get a team
culture,
that's
all
thinking past it all, they're going to catch you.
Right. I mean, yeah. Do we think that the Rams couldn't hang in there with the Detroit Lions in a wild card game?
Wouldn't that be a great
right?
game?
Exactly. Stafford in Detroit doing that. Exactly right. And could they win that? Of course they can. The Rams, listen, if they don't make the playoffs, it's just because they had an early season, tough schedule. They lost a few games, maybe that they should have won or could have squeaked out. Of course, you had the Matthew Stafford injury. That hurt them a little bit at one point. So, but to your point, they've already exceeded expectations for me. They played really damn good yesterday. And the game itself was, like you said, it was exciting. It was fun. It was a little sloppy that added to the excitement. I mean, early on in the football game, we had big plays from both sides on the offensive side of the ball. It was almost like vice versa day. The game started with the Rams, if you remember. Remember, they ran the ball right down the throat of the Ravens to start the game. The Ravens kind of seemed like early on they were a little bit still in the hammock sipping pina coladas on their bye week. They were like, whoa, wait, we're playing a real football game here? They seemed like they got caught off guard a little bit about the physicality in the moment there. Rams drive it right down the field, run the ball every play, and then get inside the 10 and throw the ball 3 straight plays. That was one of the head-scratching moments. But, yeah, the big play to Isaiah Likely by the Ravens, a busted coverage by the Rams. Nobody covered them, right? Then you had the Rams and Stafford answer right back with big passes to Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. And then OBJ gets the little in-cut double move wide open, right? I mean, 37 points in the first half of this football game was not what I thought.
Not in the rain.
Rams
when they were warming up in the tunnel. Stafford was warming up in the tunnel. The rain was so
this
bad.
It's going to be ugly. It's a grass field, but yeah, it was really good, hard-fought football game and some big-time clutch moments. And, of course, nothing bigger than Lamar throwing the touchdown pass to Zay Flowers late in the football game, right? Down by 5 points in that moment. We haven't seen the Ravens overcome some of these moments here. You see it was a great play design. Lamar does a great job being like a Mahomes or a Josh Allen, kind of floats away from the pressure just to buy a little time, and then finds Zay Flowers crossing the field. Great design of the play. Great job knowing what you're going to get on the defensive side of the ball. And then this play for the 2-point conversion.
To keep it alive and get rid of it.
Saves the day because, of course, as we know, the Rams go down and kick the field goal to tie the football game. If they don't make this, they lose. So great job by Lamar Jackson being clutch, and great job by the Ravens hanging in there when they certainly got dealt some body blows throughout the game.
I need to amend what I said earlier. Quarterback from the NFC 1 seed, or Tyreek Hill, or Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I hear you there.
I think Lamar Jackson. If the Ravens get the 1 seed, Lamar Jackson is going to get a lot of votes.
That
and
was
it could be that Hill and Tua split enough that Lamar can pull through.
I hear that was all Lamar yesterday, right? That wasn't a game where you're going to look at it and go, oh, well, they ran the ball really well and their defense made plays. Their defense stunk, and they couldn't run the ball worth a damn. Lamar made unbelievable plays, escaping sacks, getting positive yards like you see here, or just hanging in the pocket and waiting for people to come open. Again, these are a few of his scrambles where, there was nothing there, so he took off. But he had a number of plays where he did stuff like this. Buys time to the absolute last second, and then makes a big-time throw. And, of course, his arm is talented, his feel for the game, all the different releases he has. Of course, the athlete is special, everything there. But, that was a Lamar Jackson pulling it out, carrying his football team type of performance, and he deserves that credit, and he does deserve to be in that MVP conversation.
And, really, the Ravens could get there, and they could win it all.
Yeah.
They really could. The narrative that's going to come back is when the postseason rolls around, Lamar Jackson can't deliver.
That's
and this is the witching hour for the Lamar Jackson injury. I don't want to be accused of jinxing him, but we've seen 2 straight Decembers where he's gotten injured.
Right.
And they've got some tough games coming up. Jaguars, 49ers. They're going to earn the 1 seed if they get it.
They got the Miami Dolphins.
And wow. I mean, that's
right.
Unbelievable when you consider what's coming up for the Ravens.
Right.
So that was why they desperately needed yesterday, but they got to keep working. And just like the Cowboys, if the Cowboys get it, they will have earned it. If the Ravens get it, they will have earned it. And and they're already an elite team.
Yeah.
And they just, let's see what they can do down the stretch.
Would you have the Ravens as your 2 in the power rankings last week? Where'd you have the Ravens?
No, I had 49ers, Eagles, and then maybe Ravens 3.
Right, Ravens 3.
I think Ravens were 3.
So now you're going to have the Cowboys jump the Ravens and probably be 2 and the Ravens 3.
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, we'll get back to you. Check it out.
I got some time to. I do them on Monday night.
Who's that? Is that a
Toyota.
Toyota.
Don't even play games. It's Toyota.
Yeah.
Toyota. To the point where I think I'm going to buy a Toyota truck.
Wow, you should.
Toyota.
You owe them. I mean, they
owe them.
Well, they hitched their name to you.
That's
true. That was a big risk. You owe them a car.
Maybe I should think twice about buying a Toyota. If they would do business with someone like me, that may speak to a deeper flaw in the organization. Toyota, we may have to have a conversation about that.
They make good cars. I don't know about the people they sponsor. Okay, we'll question that.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.